When people talk about Star Destroyers, the Imperial-class usually steals the spotlight. It's bigger, scarier, and visually iconic. But if you actually look at how the Clone Wars were fought, the Venator-Class Star Destroyer makes more sense as the Republic's primary capital ship. Not because it was the strongest, but because it was designed around how the war actually worked. The Republic didn't spend decades building up a navy. It basically went from zero to full-scale galactic war almost overnight. The Venator was designed by Kuat Drive Yards early in the Clone Wars to fill that gap fast. At 1,137 meters long, it sits in an interesting middle ground. Larger than older Republic cruisers, but smaller and leaner than what the Empire would later field. And this size tells you a lot. This ship wasn't meant to sit over a planet and project fear. It was meant to move constantly, respond to emergencies, and fight across dozens of fronts at once. That's the Clone Wars in ship form. The most obvious giveaway is the Venator's layout. Those red stripes across the top of the hull aren't decoration. They mark two massive dorsal hangar doors. Fighters don't launch from deep inside the ship. They launch straight off the top. That's not normal for Star Destroyers, and it's very intentional. The Venator was designed first and foremost as a carrier. A standard Venator could carry over 400 starfighters, including V-19 Torrents, ARC-170s, V-Wings, and later ETA-2 Jedi interceptors, plus LAAT gunships, shuttles, and ground assault craft. That capacity made Venators perfect for fighting separatist fleets, which relied heavy on droid fighters, numbers, and rapid deployment. Instead of trying to outgun the enemy, the Republic focused on fighter superiority, and the Venator was built to support that doctrine. Now, this doesn't mean the Venator was underarmed. It carried heavy turbo-laser batteries, medium and light turbo-lasers, and point defense cannons for anti-fighter work. But compared to later Imperial designs, its weapons loadout is balanced, not excessive. That's because the Venator was never meant to fight alone. Its job was to support starfighters, coordinate fleet actions, and serve as a mobile command center, not act as a single, overwhelming hammer. Later Imperial Star Destroyers flipped that philosophy completely. Another key detail, the Venator wasn't just a carrier, it was a troop transport. The Venator could carry roughly 7,000 clone troopers, along with ATTEs, walkers, artillery, and full planetary invasion support. This made it ideal for rapid planetary assaults. A Venator could arrive, establish space superiority, deploy ground forces, and support Jedi operations, all without waiting for additional ships. This part often gets overlooked, but it's critical. Venators were designed with the assumption that Jedi would be commanding them. Their bridge layout, hangar access, and internal command flow supported leaders who were highly mobile, frequently deployed into combat, making decisions in real time rather than through rigid chains of command. That's why Venators feel less authoritarian than Imperial ships. They're built for coordination, not intimidation. The Republic Navy wasn't trying to scare planets into submission. It was trying to win battles quickly and move on. After Order 66, Venators don't vanish instantly, but they do get phased out fast. And that's not because they're ineffective, it's because they don't fit the Empire's needs. The Empire doesn't want flexible carrier ships that empower independent commanders. It wants ships that project dominance the moment they arrive. That's where the Imperial-class Star Destroyer comes in. Bigger silhouette, heavier guns, reduced emphasis on starfighter saturation, and more rigid command structure. The Venator represents a military designed to fight a war. The Imperial-class represents a military designed to control a galaxy. Every design choice reflects the chaos of the Clone Wars, the Republic's reliance on Jedi, and a belief that speed and coordination mattered more than fear. And in hindsight, that makes the Venator kind of tragic. Because the ship didn't fail, the system it was built to serve did. The Venator wasn't replaced because it was outdated, it was replaced because the galaxy didn't need it anymore.